And to further interpret the grandeur of what we are about to witness, we are joined by a 6-time Guinness World Record holder, Vanessa O'Brien. Back in 2022, O'Brien became the first woman to complete the Explorer's Extreme Trifecta. That means reaching extremes on land, on sea, and by air when she ventured into space as part of Blue Origin's 6th crewed mission. O'Brien was also the first woman to reach Earth's highest and lowest points, from Mount Everest to the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. Wow. Wow, I want your life. O'Brien, great to have you here.
Thank you so much.
You know, over the weekend I was with family and everyone was asking about this launch to space and about the training involved. And on the one hand, it seems like the training is just the weekend. It's not very arduous. But on the other hand, you read the rocket's going to go 2,000 plus miles an hour, 3 times the speed of sound. That doesn't sound easy,
3Gs,
right?
5Gs, yeah.
You've done this before. It's not that easy.
No, I mean, you know, really, the training is more extensive. What they're really doing is they're going through both written training, what they're learning about what's a rocket, what's the components of a rocket. Most people just use that term interchangeably, but here we have a booster and a crew capsule. And at a certain point, you'll see that these two will separate. So they're learning about what is actually the components of a rocket, how it works, how it's fueled. In this case, we're using liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen, the byproduct H2O, which is just vapor and steam. So reusable VTVL, vertical takeoff and vertical landing, it's incredible.
And emotional. And you said, when you were watching Katy Perry say that, and that emotion, this is a part of it for everyone. They're 10 minutes from going now, from leaving to go to the rocket. Give us some sense of the emotion that is going through their minds right now and what this is like.
Yeah, so every day you're there, you're waking up at 4 a.m. and you have a whole day of training and you're just over and over again practicing. How do you get back in that seat? How do you do it when gravity's like against
Buckle in the right way.
Well, you know, it's a Western roll with a little like, you know, arm under the seatbelt kind of thing. And then you can position yourself and get your feet under the foot.
The only good news is for Gayle, 4 a.m. is sleeping in.
Yes, so. Exactly, yeah.
She gets a little holiday here.
But you said she should have mascara with her, because it's that emotional.
You know, waterproof mascara, probably, only because my feeling is that whether it's male or female, people are moved by seeing what is surrounding our studio right now. It's the blue marble, 180 degrees of that. But you can see every single layer, all in a different color. The troposphere. I climbed to the top of the troposphere on 8,000-meter peaks. You've got the stratosphere, the mesosphere, the thermosphere, and then the exosphere. Imagine all these layers. Wow. And you're in the 4th highest layer.
Wow.
So some rapid-fire questions for
yes.
you. Is it a bumpy ride at any point?
Okay, great question. What happens is to get that momentum, you know, rockets are old military, you know, missiles for all practical purposes. They've got a lot of force and velocity that's taking that off the ground. When they light that, you're going to see a slight delay. And once they go up, as you said, 2,300 miles per hour, that's 3 times the speed of sound, to about 200,000 feet. And that's when the engine will do a shutoff.
Right.
And one will go a little bit lower, one goes a little bit higher. Both go over the Kármán line. And
does it get smoother at that point then,
well,
to David's question?
You've got your weightlessness for 3 minutes. You got 60 seconds to get back in your seat. But when you come down is where the real power is, because things don't fall to Earth. You have to pierce that gravity barrier.
Wow. And when they land on the ground, is that a smooth landing?
Well, no. Actually,
in a word.
Hope Gayle's not listening.
2 things you can't simulate is 5.2 G-forces.
Okay.
And that's what you get when you come down.
And that is to pierce back into, because the Kármán line exists for a reason. It's the differentiator between outer space and the gravity of our Earth. So piercing that, getting back in, takes a lot of force. You will be sitting in your seat, not moving, going a little bit like this, and sweating profusely.
Wow.
Oh.
It would be a great exercise. We should just have the G-force exercise where people just sit, sweat, and lose weight. It would be fabulous.
So on the one hand, you've got microgravity where you're floating, but on the other hand, you're experiencing 5 times the force of gravity that we experience right now on the way down.
On the way down,
wow.
It is unbelievable, and you can't really simulate it. So there's some things you can't train for. And, you know, you hear us in our capsule asking everybody, are you okay? Are you okay? You know, because to get that much energy in your body so quickly means that you're really doing something with your heart rate and all of that. So different age groups, different things. And then when you hit the ground, it's a thump.
Ooh.
And I think there was a few little beeps.
Spoken at that
you
time.
wouldn't say on camera, but it's
Wow.
very important because you don't expect it. But it's meant to. You've got so many safety features. You've
Right.
got the scissor-back chairs, which are really giving you, a bit of, flexibility, so it's not hard, which helps your spine.
I was just going to say, you're with us all morning. This perspective is incredible, though.
Great,
Because,
yeah, really
52 people have flown in Blue Origin and gone
Yeah.
to space, and you are one of them. Thank you. We'll continue the perspective as we go forward through the morning before Gayle goes into space.